Hey guys, Drew with Active Water Sports. We got Neil Barker here with me from Liquid Force. We're going to kind of talk through some of the differences between the Sting LTD and the Quest wake surfboard. So let's get into it. Neil, can you just walk me through a little bit? I know these are both surf style boards, really give you that surfy feel behind your boat, but from there I'm lost. Give me the rundown.
So surf style boards just means they surf the wave kind of more top to bottom, right? But there's a bunch of different ways to make a board surf more top to bottom than in the pocket. The Quest, what we've done is we snub the nose, we add a little curvature here, we move the wide point up by the fins, and we move the fins forward. What that allows this board to do is really project down the face of the wave with a ton of speed, but by moving the fins forward on the board, it moves the pivot point forward, and so the tail can actually slide a little bit. In contrast to that, the Sting is completely different. The Sting, we keep a nice pointy nose, which helps give a lot more curve to the board, and then we step it in on the tail, and we use a standard thruster fin model. So the thruster fin model, I mean, you can see these if you stack them side to side, how much further back these fins sit.
Sure.
And by moving those fins back, you move the pivot point back on the board, which creates more hold. So this is going to be able to generate speed. The Sting is going to be able to generate speed, but it's going to have a lot more hold, meaning it's not going to slip and slide around a lot. By moving the fins forward on the Quest, you have the built-in speed, but you also have a lot of slip and slide. So it really breaks down to like what kind of feel are you looking for? Like yourself as a surfer, do you like the more slippy slidey feel, or do you the more like the locked in finned up feel?
See, I like the more slippy slidey feel, so personally I'd probably be riding the Quest, but it sounds like you're looking for something that's more tracked in on the water. That's where you'd be going towards the Sting. Yeah,
the Sting just has more of that kind of traditional surfboard feel, whereas the Quest is going to have almost like a hybrid feel from if you like skim boards, but you're looking for something with a little more push, a little more speed, you know, maybe something you can take to the air. The Quest is going to be more of a crossover board for you, whereas the Sting is going to create more hold and more like kind of just a finned up feel. Kind of the cool thing about the Quest is, or the Sting, I'm sorry, is if you want to get the tail to break free a little bit, you can always just take the center fin out. So if you pop the center fin out, you've basically moved the pivot point forward on the board, and now you're going to get a little slip and slide around, which is not going to be quite as slippy slidey as this Quest, but you know, it gives you the opportunity to ride it a couple of different ways. Another thing we do on the Sting, which is really cool, is you see these cupped rails?
Yeah, I was noticing those.
Right here. So these cupped rails actually funnel water off the rail of the board to this pivot point. And what that does is actually accelerates the water, which helps this board have more grab and more speed on rail. So you don't really feel those cupped edges when you're going straight, but as soon as you start to turn, this thing really aggressively turns because it starts funneling water down the channel.
Cool, that all makes sense.
Yeah, both of them are carbon fiber construction. So they're both, you know, very rigid, very lightweight, very high performance feel. Both of them are surf style boards, but they're both going to ride completely different. For you, you're talking Quest. I'm kind of the opposite. I like the finned up feel. I would use this trailer fin. I like that really like grippy kind of traditional surf style feel to my board.
Cool, awesome. Well, thanks for all the info. I think that sums it all about up. So you can shop both the Sting and the Quest at ActiveWake.com. Go check it out.